No idea. Worthless ass motherfucker. What the fuck you gonna do, you gay ass bitch? So there's this cockroach loving police officer who was driving around here somewhere. Here's another one. Go fuck yourself! So you guys just saw that, right? So I'm trying to go to get some food, and there are two police officers. Well, who else was it? It was a police officer arriving to an intersection. Arriving to an intersection right as I was about to. And now here he is. You see him? Here he is. And then there's another one. So I'm trying to go get some food. Look. So they knew I would turn right because I don't want to drive around police officers, right? I divert, get away from them, right? And then look, right where I would divert is this cockroach. Go fuck yourself! That's the same cockroach that's been harassing me. So I guess they're looking for a crime and stalking harassment for a crime. Look, there he is. There's that cockroach. You see him? The little stupid lights. Oh, he just hit a Yui. He just hit a Yui. Look. He just hit a Yui. How is that not stalking harassment? How is that not stalking harassment? Oh, fuck, man. There he is. He just drove over there. So I'm trying to get some food, and these cockroach-loving cops are harassing me. So now I gotta record them. No, I'm gonna post it online because the what do you call it? It's just gonna let it. If I call the police, they're just gonna let it happen. Somebody with an implant just told me, call the police or call the paramedics. No, not paramedics. Call the police, right? That's what somebody with an implant just told me. They said call the police and tell them that there are two officers following you around. So I'm gonna go back the other way, and hopefully I can get some food tonight. So my GPS has routed me to go get some food at McDonald's. It was supposed to be a 15-minute drive there and back. But as you can see, you got two gay community police officers harassing me. So let's see if they arrive to that McDonald's that's like about 30 seconds down the road. Ooh, gay police officers. These are gay cops. They're not straight heterosexual men. They're gay police officers. And they're using technology to figure out where I'm going, what I'm doing, and then to be along your path and watch you. See if you make any slight infraction, do anything inappropriate, anything that they can monitor or cite you on. Slightest things, right? The slightest inappropriate actions that you usually don't know anything about. Like there's probably like 12 dozen things that you don't know that you could do to get cited by a police officer while driving. And those are the things they remember. If they feel mad, if they get mad at somebody in the community, they always know those 12 easy to forget, hard to forget, well, easy to forget for the drivers that you have to do this. This is part of what you have to do. So a smart person who knows they're being harassed by cops would pull over, or turn, get away from somebody who knows exactly what to look for to pull you over. So they decided to stop harassing me when I pulled this camera out. So now it looks like I'm a liar. But for the last 2 to 3 miles, two police officers decided to harass me tonight. Someone just used implants to tell me they're waiting for you to get your food and then head back. And by then you probably stopped recording, right? So let's see. I'm gonna try to get the cheapest food, like I know, cheap food, and see what happens. Someone just yelled in my ear like you're lame or you're a loser, but I didn't ask police to show up and start harassing me. I didn't. Hello.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right. Can I get the cheeseburger with no onions on the like the $2, and then oh man, crap. I'm sorry, the double cheeseburger, no onions, and then the small fries. That combo, the $2, $1 combo, whatever.
No, that one is the double cheeseburger.
Okay, I'll do that one.
Okay, double cheeseburger, no onions, small fries. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Got it. 526. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey.
526.
Thank you.
Almost coming, okay?
All right. Yep. It is cold, man. All right, let's see what happens, man. I got my glasses on, my cardboard glasses on. I feel good, and I got 2 worthless gay community police officers harassing me. For no purpose, because I refuse to have sex with gay people. So they took it as me going to get some food tonight. Took an opportunity. They're using it as an opportunity for altercation. They're hoping that somehow tonight I make different choices. If I make different choices tonight, maybe it'll lead to violence. So instead of saying go fuck yourself like I usually do, maybe I decide to honk my horn, flash my lights, scream out things I can get in trouble for. So I stuck to the go fuck yourself when I seen both officers at intersections or driving in front of me or driving beside me. I said the same go fuck yourself. So, waiting for some food. The video is going to play. It's like 10 minutes. We're at 10 minutes. Alright, waiting for some food while the video plays. Waiting for some food while the video plays. Waiting for some food while the video plays. So yeah, I'm waiting for some food while the video plays. It's helping the police. They think I'm gonna turn the camera off, or if I upload this video, no one's gonna watch it because they can't find where the cops are. They can't find the parts where the cops are. Well, if these cockroaches, and they're wasting time in case they look at this stupid ass crap. Now they're acting like they got something to police. They're doing this to get me to get out, pull this person over right in front of me, right next to me. We're nearby, so I will. So it's proximity. They're close enough to where I arrived to. So somebody is gay inside that car. They did something stupid. Said, "Hello, hi, thank you." So now they're acting like they were doing something. But a second ago, one of those cops was following me around over there. So that doesn't make any sense. Why were you following somebody around and now you're harassing people? You're harassing people. You were searching for a crime. Obviously now it looks like you were out here harassing people, searching for somebody to pull over for any minor infraction, anything at all, harassing people. Now it looks like you're trying to get to pay the department, get the department paid, and you're also harassing me simultaneously because you pulled somebody over where I arrived, at the location I arrived to. You're not smart, you retards. And you're using people in the community to help you harass me. This is not intelligent. I mean, people see through this, will see through your garbage psychologies immediately. You must think it works on me. Now, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm positive that's the same police officer who was just following me around over there. I'm positive. Or he's trying to convince me the coast is clear. Oh, see, there he is. There's another one right there. Pretending. Go fuck yourself! That was him. That was the one that just passed us was the guy closest to me. And I guess the one that pulled over the person around the corner was another police officer. But I just showed you again, I arrived at a location and police officers were there. So, I mean, they can excuse it, but they're stupid. They're using people in the community to let them pull them over so they can escape. So you work as a community. Police and people in the community work together so that you can appear where you have a reason to be somewhere where you can harass somebody. That's what stalkers do. That's basically what criminal stalkers do all over the world. They make up excuses to be wherever their victim is, whenever they want their victim, wherever their victim happens to be. So a criminal stalker would and there's another police officer right there. So the person up here to the left is a police officer. A gay one, more than likely in the gay community, using technology to stalk and harass me. So, and I guess it's like a speed test. So if I am traveling too fast, I get pulled over. If I'm traveling too slow, I get pulled over. Or if I'm not traveling the speed limit, I'll get pulled over. So right now, the speed limit says 35, and right now, I'm going 30. And this cop is going less than 30 miles an hour. So he's trying to catch somebody speeding tonight. That's exactly what he's doing. And he's stalking me by being in front. So this worthless cop thinks he's smart, but he's not. Go fuck yourself! And now he's hesitating. I don't drive with cops. I don't ride with cops. I don't drive with cops. I don't fuck with police officers unless I need them to work for me. Well, that's not what I mean. I need help. That was the attitude, but the reality is I call them when I need help, but they don't assist. And when I don't need their help, they follow me, harass me, or stalk me to arrest me, to find a reason to arrest me. So the police department, they're gay cops. So they're gay community police officers. So when I call 911 or the non-emergency number, it's usually a gay community police officer that responds. And they know that they are going to be the ones to respond because they follow me to locations. So they can always tell dispatch, hey, I'm in that area, I'll take the call. And it's usually some gay community officer ready to answer the call in the area I am because he knows that gay people are going to cause a problem wherever I go. So when I get to the location, the gay community officer knows that when I get there, gay people are going to harass me, intimidate me, or strike me, or do something illegal to get me to respond with violence. But if it doesn't work, they need a cop to respond who supports their community, who will lie about how bad anything they did was. So the cop will say, I have the opinion it wasn't that bad, so I'm not going to do anything about it. Or according to the law, it doesn't rise to the standards of a crime. But you know and I know every single where else, if that happened to anybody, they'd be arrested. They get in trouble for it. So the gay cop is trying to teach you that gay people are going to get away with things when things happen to you. And if you want to fight back, or if you don't like it, that police officers keep showing up and not supporting your rights to be protected or feel safe in the community, you can take matters into your own hands. So if you don't like it, do something about it yourself. Or if you hate the injustice, get angry. That's normally what happens. Well, that's the feeling you get. And some people act on their feelings. Like they choose violence. They have a horrible feeling. They act on their horrible feelings and they choose to attack people. So instead of choosing to attack somebody, I choose to continue to tell. And that pisses police officers off. So when you hold a camera in front of a cop, he knows that any type of harassment or intimidation or aggravation that they cause, you're just going to tell. You're not going to do anything violent because you're holding a camera and well, one thing, you're not a violent person, and two, you're holding a camera that you're not going to commit a crime that you record yourself committing a crime. That's not likely what you're going to do. What you're likely going to do is tell, so you're feeling like you're in a position of authority, like you're doing the right thing at the time. So you're not going to commit a crime when you're choosing to do the right thing. Well, holding a camera in your hand. So police officers hate when people hold cameras in their hands. They hate it. They absolutely hate when people have cameras, because they came here. They know the person causing the problem is most than likely gay, and most police officers gay people grow up to be cops because they want to protect other gay people when they try to do something bad to people in the community around them. So when a gay person is trying to have sex with someone who's not willing, they usually use harassment. They usually use some form of intimidation. They don't go straight to I'm a take something from you. They usually use harassment and intimidation without any sexual sex involved, like any perception of I'm trying to have sex with you, right? They don't give you that perception. But the harassment and intimidation is unjustified. It came out of nowhere. This person is harassing you and intimidating you, and they're insinuating that you're supposed to know I'm trying to have sex with you. I mean, they're acting like, how do you not know that this is how gay people tell people who aren't gay, or tell people who are supposed to have sex with them, I want to have sex with you. So that's the culture. And gay people figured this out so that they never get accused of being rapists. Because all they did was harass you or intimidate you, but they never asked you for sex. But after a while, you learn that that's what they were harassing you for. That's what they were intimidating you for, is to get you to have sex with them. You keep constantly thinking, why am I being harassed? Why am I being intimidated? And all of a sudden, a gay dude walks up to you and asks you, hey man, a random gay dude asks you for sex. And he's really nice to you, he's really kind to you. It's a completely different experience than the one you just got a couple of days ago, where somebody was intimidating you and basically made you afraid that you were about to die, right? And then a couple of days later, a gay dude walks up to you and asks you for sex. So a smart person would get the picture that, well, it takes a while. I'm sorry, it took me a long time, years to realize that the harassment and the sexual offers were related to each other, because the people looked different. So it looked like a straight guy was trying to bully me, and then later on it looked like a gay dude was trying to offer me sex. And I was telling the gay dude no, and I was telling the bully, the intimidator, hey man, stop trying to bully me. Stop trying to intimidate me. Stop bothering me. Stop bugging me. Stop doing things you're not supposed to do to me. And it takes you a while to learn that the straight dude was actually gay. Here's another cop right here. Go fuck yourself! It takes you a while to learn that the straight dude who was bullying you and intimidating you was actually gay and trying to help the gay dude who was trying to have sex with you because you're being bullied and you're scared and you need a friend, and hopefully this nice dude who turns out to be gay will give you sex. So you realize these two people are working together after a while. Or maybe if you're really smart, you know how people use others, how people can work together. So it doesn't have to be the same person. It doesn't have to be one person. It could be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people working together to get you to have sex with one person. And then after you have sex with that one person, that person will get you to have sex with the other people who got you to have sex with that one person. So if you're smart, you see right away that the dude who is trying to bully you, intimidate you, and harass you all the time, make you feel like you ain't got no fight in life, is actually working with the gay community, is in the gay community. He just is not acting gay like the rest of the gay people. He is hiding it. So gay people don't get accused of being rapists. So for the longest time, it looks like straight people were trying to get you to be gay. Well, we're bullying you and harassing you, and they weren't your friends. So straight guys aren't your friends. They don't like you. They bully you. They harass you. And all of a sudden, this gay dude is really nice to you, your friend, and it's offering. And eventually, he starts pulling his penis out on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and acting real cool about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you're gay. You know, just because I walk around naked, it doesn't mean you're gay too. It just means I like to walk around naked, and you're not gay. You're not gay. You like girls and stuff, and I like to hang out with you. Like that, you don't mind hanging out with gay dudes because you're comfortable with your sexuality. So you won't get mad if I take my clothes off, right? So that's gay people. That's what gay people do. But they have taken something that is social, and they've decided to use government resources to help that same social rape tactic to, I think it's rape. It is definitely rape. You just separated the intimidation from the offer of sex. So gay people learn, if I separate accusing somebody of, if I separate the accusation, the aggression from the offer of sex, then I can't be accused of rape. And it's an act of rape. It's using socialism. So, and that's another death threat. So that Red Cross truck that drove through the intersection is a stalking gay community member with an implant using his company's resources to perfectly time when I would arrive to an intersection to harass me and give me that death threat. So whenever I'm telling or I'm saying something about implants, I get a death threat and I know it's for me, something medical passes through an intersection. And I know it's for me because it happens exactly when I get to an intersection. It's like, if you don't like it, if you don't like what we're doing to you, you can die. We can kill you, we can sacrifice you, whatever the heck you want. But we can kill you, you can choose death if you don't like it. So I usually tell people like this to go fuck themselves. And usually someone gives me that opportunity because there's a red light up ahead. Go fuck yourself! There's a red light up ahead. And this is the death threat. That's the Red Cross. And I don't know why they're driving slow. They're usually, now they're acting stupid, like bewildered. Or they're acting like they might retaliate. But they did the harassment first. So technically, usually when someone calls you a bad name, you call them a bad name back. And everyone knows that the person who called you a name first started it. But these people act like when you called the other person a name back, you started it. That's gay community. That's what the gay community does. They do it all the time. And that's how they look like victims, or they try to make themselves look like victims. And now this person is driving like super duper slow, like a retard. Or to get me to look. Gay people want me to. So wherever you go, if you see a gay person following you or next to you or around you, gay people like the idea that people are seeing you with or near a gay person. And so this truck is acting like a gay person would when I'm being harassed. Well, when they do that in person. So instead of using people, use a vehicle. Use two cars. One car has a gay person in them, or one car has a stalking, harassment, like something everybody knows. If they look and see me next to that Red Cross truck, and they're being honest, they would know that, hey, they're giving him a death threat, or they're telling him like a paramedic. They're acting like that Red Cross truck is a paramedic. And I don't know why I'm driving 20 miles an hour. And these people are driving so slow. They're forcing me to drive home around them. So usually what happens when that happens, when I see people like this driving around me, I find somewhere to pull over. And if behind me there's nobody, and usually when you drive late at night, you're supposed to be alone. Usually there's absolutely nobody around. When I'm driving, usually at night, you're supposed to be alone. Look at this. They're still within eyesight. So what I do is I like to pull over the first chance I get. And I like to wait. I sit here and I wait for like a minute, maybe 2 minutes, to get away from the harassment. And someone just told me in my ears, it's hard to believe that there's implants in people, or that people are stalking you and harassing you, and that likely that person has no idea who you are, or where you came from. But that's a lie. I'm telling you right now, that is a flat out lie. If you were watching from my perspective, and you continuously seen paramedics, ambulances, firefighters, police officers driving through intersections exactly when you got to an intersection, or a particular company's logo arriving to an intersection just when you arrived to an intersection repeatedly, multiple times a day, when you're driving home, or you're driving to work, or you're driving to school, you're going to an appointment, you're going anywhere, and you keep seeing the same logos all the time, timed perfectly when you arrive at a specific location, you know that these things are for you. One, because they keep happening. Two, they keep happening at specific places wherever you go. Well, their timing is perfect. So it's not after years, or after a couple of months, or, forget about that. It takes a day. If they do this to somebody in one day as many times as they have to me in the past, you would immediately realize, hey, I am seeing the same car at the intersection repeatedly. What is that about? Why do I keep seeing the same vehicle all the time at intersections? And then it happens the next day. Let's say, for example, it's the next day or it's a different logo, but it's the same thing. You keep seeing the same person at the same logo at an intersection everywhere you go. So all across town, you know you're being stalked and somebody is harassing you. And these are gay people using company resources, using their free time to harass you. To get you to have sex with them. If you won't have sex with them, they're going to continue to harass you in ways they can't be, people won't believe is possible. So they're using an implant to constantly harass you. But since nobody believes that there's an implant in your body or their bodies, they won't believe that the method of harassment is possible. They won't believe that you can stalk somebody without technology, without like a tag, and they won't believe multiple people are doing it. But if you use a community, if you use people who are closeted or secretive and like power, enjoy the use of power, you'll find you'll have a motive, or you have a community. You create a community of people who, because they have the same desires, will be willing to harass you. A specific person for the rest of the community. This is called gay community. This is called the gay community. And they like to harass people with implants. And it works because there shouldn't be an implant in anybody's body, right? So they're also encouraged by the fact that there is technology in their bodies. And if this is America, there shouldn't be an implant in their bodies, right? Someone just used an implant to tell me that. They just told me that 2 seconds ago, very quickly. They just told me that they're not supposed to use an implant in your body. And if there is one, gay people figure, well, hell, if somebody was able to do this, then you could pretty much, I agree, I'll participate. Or they feel like they can get away with it. If somebody else got away with it, and we live in America, there shouldn't be an implant in anybody's body without their permission. So gay people think, hey, if that person could put an implant in my body, then I can get away with harassing somebody for sex. It works. It works on me. It works on them. And I'm going to do it to somebody else because it's happening to me. And I think that's what gay people like. They like the freedom to harm people and never be caught. And they grew up to be in police departments so that they can make sure they could never be caught. They grew up to take political positions of power to be sure that nobody got in an office position where they could investigate, do an investigation to discover the truth if anybody claimed that there was an implant in their bodies. So gay people got started this probably like 100 years ago. Probably in the 1900s, some really smart person in the 1900s or before then, a little bit before then, came up with the idea to put technology in people. It's not that hard of a thought. If you were desperate to control people around you, and you had a group of the smartest people you could find, and you guys were thinking, hey, how can we control the people around us? What can we do? What can we say? How can we do it? Gain control of people. Well, you put an implant in their bodies. And since it's so hard to believe that you did that, you can get away with it. No one will ever believe that there's an implant in someone's body. So when they tell, you accuse them of mental health. So they came up with covers. So they just told me in my ears, they came up with protections. So when people started crying about hearing voices or seeing things, they came up with the psychology department. And they decided to accuse each person of a different psychology that was created by technology. That's the gay community. I mean, they're not that cool. They're not incredible. They're using implants to impress people, and then they're using implants to make the competition look bad. They just reminded me that. I don't say anything. These cockroaches. I try not to say anything. These people use technology to remind me of quickly. I don't know what this is about. This person is driving slow. It's the middle of the night. Oh, they want me to act like a police officer. So because I'm telling somebody is harassing me into constantly thinking I'm a cop. So I don't know if you know how to psychologically harass somebody into believing that they are police officers. But if you surround them with people doing bad things and then you get like this slow driving person. You see how slow this person is driving? I'm going 20 miles an hour. And usually people go 30 right here. They just accelerate, they start accelerating and they go. So now I'm going 30 miles an hour and this person is still in sight. So usually people go 40. So somebody wants me to interact with the people around me. So I'm sorry, I know I didn't finish the last thought, but they just reminded me that the other thing that they want me to do is interact with people. If I go out at night to get food, because I'm a sex offender, gay people follow that ideology where sex offenders go out at night for sex. And since I don't even interact with anybody I see outdoors, I don't say hi, I don't talk to anybody, I don't do anything with anybody, these people have to invade my space so that I get the familiarity of being around people at night, even if it's like car to car or person to person. Like if I were walking outside, possibly somebody would show up walking in the opposite direction or something to get me familiar with being around people. I'm going 35 miles per hour and this person is driving just as slow as I am. So usually when you drive slow or drive the speed limit, nobody else is, right? So that person should be gone by now, right? Wouldn't you guys say that person should be gone by now? So they're clinging. It's called clinging. Using vehicles to imitate people, right? So because that's usually as close as you can get, right? If somebody's in their car, they're pretty well protected. So how do you familiarize yourself? How do you pretend? How do you fulfill the psychology of getting somebody to associate with other people in the area, in the vicinity, right? How do you get people to do that? Well, you got to use vehicles. You got to use what you got. What do you got? Look at the board, look at the table, look at the space, look at everything around you. What do you have at the moment that is familiar, close enough to what you want? And then use that over and over again until something better shows up. And if you have decades, if you have 8 years or 15 years to work with, you realize that you don't have to rush. You don't have to be desperate. You can just take what you got, take what's on the board. So they just told me in my ears that person was probably high and driving really slow. But I was driving very slow, man. So that person would have to be very, very high. And then to speed up, they just told me, well, we want you to speed up then. If you speed up, you break the speed limit and get pulled over. So if you don't like harassment, if you don't like what you know to be harassment, do something about it. Speed up. Accelerate faster. Here's a police officer, another one. Accelerate faster. Go fuck yourself! Accelerate faster. So they wanted me to speed up, like drive really fast, and they were hoping if I was driving fast that the cop in the vicinity would catch me speeding. So if I don't like what I know to be harassment and I hit the gas, right? I was just going 35 miles an hour, 36 miles an hour. Then right when I did that, a police officer would have been there, like that person. He just ran through the lights. So somebody wants me to like be a cop and tell on that person because they just ran the light. So I keep seeing stupid crap like that everywhere I go, where some people are inclined to call the police and tell them about what they just saw. To be a police officer, then maybe I get a police lights in my car, or maybe I get police clothes. I start wearing police clothes because I've been catching people doing bad things and calling it in, and maybe I feel like a police officer because I keep doing that. But I don't do it. There's another cop over there to my right, but he's in. Go fuck yourself! He just pulled up. And he's headed downtown. So somebody wanted me to drive fast, drive really fast, right? Somebody wanted me to drive fast tonight, or do something, right? Chase after somebody, or cause an altercation. I guess that's what they're mad that I refuse to. My bad, guys. They're mad that I refuse to get mad. You know what I mean? Or to do something illegal, but they continue to harass you to get you to do that, to do something illegal, right? So that you do something illegal to justify all their actions, right? So what, cops are harassing you? So what, cops are stalking you? So what, gay people are bullying you? So what, you're being sexually harassed? So what, there's an implant in your body that nobody believes is there? So what? If you do something violent, those are the things people care about. Well, you have to harass people. Or you have to do what they do, which is something you don't like. You don't like stalking people. You don't like sexually harassing people. You don't like intimidating people. You don't like harming people. So you don't do what they do. So what can you do? You just accept the harassment. You accept the implant. You accept everything that's happening to you. No, what you're supposed to do is tell. But what they expect you to do is do what they do. Harass them back, or intimidate them back, or threaten them back, or do what they do to you, but they get away with it. But what they also get away with. But if you do, you get in trouble. They'll teach you that right away. So if you threaten somebody after they threatened you, you would get in trouble. So if I had said anything, fighting words back to the other guy, which the police officer knew better to be fighting words, or claim those are closer to fighting words than what the other guy said, then, or if I had repeated his words, the police officer would have said, you both are saying fighting words. So he's going to get in trouble, disorderly conduct for using fighting words, and you are too. So the cop was stupid. If I used the same words the other guy used, he would have cited me for saying fighting words back to the other person. And then he would have cited the other person. But the other person doesn't care. He got one little disorderly conduct or menacing or whatever the heck he got. And the police officer would have got something. I would have got something worse. I would have gotten what my parole agent just texted me. They just told me with implants, if you had gotten in trouble last night like they wanted you to get in trouble, your parole agent would have taken your permission to be out at night at this time. And then you would have a citation and a new rule that says you can't go outside at night, to take some freedom from you and to really hurt your feelings and make you really get mad at the gay people because you know they aggravated you, they harassed you and aggravated you, and there's an implant in your body stopping you from picking the right words at the right time to get you to say something inappropriate and be cited for it. Maybe exactly what they said, or something that's closer to fighting words in retaliation for what was said to you, right? Because and if you did this in the future, if you said, what you gonna do, bro, in the future, the next cop would be like, those are fighting words, man. No, I'm pretty sure those are fighting words. And then he'll be like, that last cop, I don't know what his problem was. He was supposed to charge. If that's what that person said, he was supposed to be charged. He stepped towards you, he threatened you. If you felt fear of bodily harm, you told that to the police officer, then that person should have been charged. But that's not my problem. That's between you and that cop. But right now, you're getting charged with disorderly conduct, even though that police officer told you, in his opinion, it doesn't warrant a disorderly conduct. So cops teach people that certain things aren't illegal. And then when those people go other places, they do what the police officer told them wasn't illegal, but then somebody in wherever they go is like, dude, that's illegal. That's whatever that police officer told you was wrong. And if that happened to you, yeah, that person should have been charged. That officer is responsible. So cops are gay people. They are in the gay community and they think they're intelligent. And if they work together, they can't get in trouble. So what they do is they tell one person that it's okay, and then they try to create the same situation again, but they put you in a position where you can do something they told you was okay, but is actually illegal, for another police officer to teach you the whole time what happened to you was illegal. These are like groomers. They think they're smart, they think you're stupid, or they want to hurt you, and they know as long as they lie and they work together, you can't do anything about the harassment, intimidation, lies, any misinterpretations of the law. Anytime they misinterpret the law or they lie to you about what's legal, there's nothing you could do about it. And these cops think they're gay. They're gay people. And they think if they harass you enough, you get tired, you get scared, you get intimidated, and you'll just choose to listen or do what somebody in the neighborhood walks up to you and says, hey, I'll help you out. I'll help you get through all this. I know what's going on. I'll be your friend. I'll be your buddy. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure you're okay. You start listening to that person. Now life is getting a little bit better for you. And the police department comes up and harasses you and says, yeah, you're doing good, man. You're doing good. You should keep listening to that person. And the person they're telling you to listen to is a gay person. And he's acting like he's straight. But after a few months, he starts telling you to do things and you stop doing what he says, he's going to turn on you. And he's going to say, I can't control him. But what he wants you to do is do everything he says to the letter. And if you ever stop, the bad experiences you had in life will restart. And then he'll talk about you bad. He'll say bad things about you, and people will consider him a reliable witness about your character because he had personal experiences with you, and he has a reasonable right to make decisions about speak about who you are to the public. So you can't hold him liable or slanderous or whatever the heck. You may retaliate and tell people this man was lying. But anyway, so the gay community police officers will then start back harassing you and doing bad things to you, lying to you, intimidating you, scaring you because you didn't follow through on the pedophile. The dude that was a groomer. He was going to get you to have sex with dudes. If you kept doing what he told you to do, eventually you would have found yourself around a bunch of gay people. And at that point, if you didn't get the picture, they usually choose violence because they're mad. They spend all that time basically wasting their time trying to have sex with you in exchange for you having sex with them. And after all that time, you got the picture and you're still not having sex with them. So now they're violent. But that's gay people and gay culture. I gotta go.